Hey guys, welcome to Subscribers Draw My Nails Halloween Edition Part 2. I think this would be episode 7. If you're new, this is a series that I do where you guys draw me a design on a template that I provide and I try to recreate it in real life to the best of my ability. And this is a Halloween edition. Before we get into the designs that I chose to do today, I'm going to show you some designs that I really liked that unfortunately I can't do because I only have so much time, so many hands. This first design by AKL Marie, I actually love so much and I really wish I had time to do it. I kind of already made the pumpkin charm for it, in fact, but I already did so many designs with charms this month. I loved how this one was simple but extra at the same time. This next design by Ember, I love this It themed set. And I also really appreciated that she told me to round off the points so I don't poke my dogs. I actually always do that. That's why you guys don't ever see my nails super sharp stiletto, because I don't want to accidentally poke my dogs. So I always round off the tip a little bit. So I thought that was really sweet. I also really liked this one from Ryan Grimm. I feel like they drew it so well that I can almost see the set in my head. And I really like how everything would be rhinestoned out. It would just be a really cool two-toned set. And last but not least, this one from Lamest Cool Kid 1998. Gloomy Bear was such a good idea for this. I think it's so cute but also spooky. It was just a really good idea, and it's the first Gloomy Bear design that's ever been submitted. Thank you again so much to everyone who submitted a design. I love that everyone wants to participate in this. If you do see a design that I showed today that you do want to recreate on yourself, if you post it, please make sure to credit the original artist, as these are their original designs, not mine. Also tag me because I would love to see, but make sure that they are credited as the artist and inspiration. If you would like to submit a design for future Draw My Nails videos, please make sure to follow either me on Instagram or subscribe here on YouTube. I change the template every single time because I like to change it up, and I am going to be changing the format a tiny bit for the next episode. So please save your designs for when I post them. I will post on my community tab here on YouTube and also on my Instagram. I would love to accept designs just all the time, but I have to be real with myself, and I'm not that organized, and I'm also not that good at time management, and I get upwards of 500 just in 24 hours when I do post them, and I just don't have the kind of time to look at submissions every single day. But just know I do really appreciate it if you do want to participate. Now we got all of the logistics out of the way, let's get on to the nails. I have based my outfit today to give a little bit of a hint towards what we're going to be doing today for both sets of the nails. So let me show you guys the first set. The first set we're going to be doing is from E. Petrova 20. This set was just so cute. I love that it was pink but still Halloween, and it included my melody. You guys know I love Sanrio stuff, and I just loved it. I've definitely wanted to do some more Sanrio nails lately, so I saw this, and I also really like the challenge of one really detailed charm. Like, this one was obviously one I would have to sculpt and I couldn't just buy, so I thought, what the heck, let me just try it. This is our first design, and let's get right into it. Okay, so we actually have my completely bare nails here. Look at that. Not great. So for these, it says that it is ballerina shaped, so I'm going to use these ballerina extra long full cover tips from a cart. I think that's like the exact nail shape they were probably looking at because that's what they drew. And then I'm gonna put them on with polygel. So I know everyone's always telling me like peel off base coat, and I absolutely agree. I feel like part of my issue is that sometimes I want to keep on my nails on for like a day, 3 days, a week. I just don't know. And I am not good with time management, so I'm not exactly sure usually when I'm going to be taking them off and filming again. I know I have a ton to film this week, so what I'm going to do as a like pop off nail method today is I have some cuticle oil on my nails, and I'm just going to put these on with polygel, no base coat. If you don't use base coat with your polygel, they're pretty much not going to stick and they're going to pop off in like a day, which is exactly what I want. So we're going to use these, and I'm just going to size them out really quick. Perfect, like that. So pretty much all of this design is painted on or charms. So for the polygel, I want to try to use this one from To Be Glam. I have a kit that I want to try out like by itself at some point with the base coat, top coat, the whole kit, but I also have just these poly gels. I'm hoping that this pink one will work because they look really pretty. We're just gonna have to see what color it is. I have another kit from them also, so we might be able to use that one if this one is a little too bright, but let's see. Oh yeah, I think that's gonna be a little too bright. Okay, looking at this picture again, I think that the base is just a color and the charms have glitter. So scratch that. I'm actually gonna use this one. Looks like the absolute perfect color. To Be Glam is a newer brand, and I actually talked to the owner. They used to actually work for McCart, and they were the first contact that I had for them. Long story short, without getting into the nitty-gritty, they have this company now. So I definitely want to do a whole video on this brand at some point. It just hasn't worked in yet, but I will definitely will. So this one is Sweet Cravings. And then I'm also doing it this way because I don't want to do too much filing when you're trying to have nails that are going to pop off easily, because then going to pop off while you're filing most of the time. But I promise I'll get a peel off base coat soon. So let's look at this shade. Perfect. Hello, you can see me. Just some rubbing alcohol. This is more of like a little cleaner up brush from Glitter Planet. Look how pretty. When I do that, I'm just going to file off the little edge piece. Perfect. And I think this will fit my cuticle fine. Cool, cool, cool. Went on really nicely, really smooth. I'm just gonna try to evenly distribute the product, and it's polygel's actually really nice. Wow, like it's not sticky, it's smoothing out really nicely. Like, look at that, very nice. Okay, I may have to try the whole kit pretty soon. Just gonna pop that on. Very nice. I really like the polygel so far. Like, it's really, oh my god, did I get a hair in that? I guess that's just dog life. It would be perfect if these nails could last exactly, like, I don't know, like 32 hours. That is the amount of time that would be perfect for me. Tomorrow I'm gonna go try to find my Halloween costume with my sister-in-law. So we're gonna go shopping. And I don't really like going baby-handed, you know, like, nice, nice. Oh, nope, I can already feel it's gonna pop off. Oh my god, yep. Oops, okay. We have completed the mission a little too quickly. Okay, fine. I'll put a little bit of some sort of base on my nail and we'll see if this will do anything. Maybe it won't. I don't know. Will this work? I'm not sure. Can the light get to it down there? Probably not, but we'll try. That's okay. Okay, it's a little bit better. I'm just gonna put a little bit of a coat of just clear on my nails then, just so that we can at least work on them for the time being. Okay, they've been cured. Let's proceed. I'm gonna do the cuticle on this one a little bit. Oh my gosh, I just touched this and look, it's like really not sticky. Of course, I don't want to speak too soon, but wow, this polygel's really great. It also stays stuck down fairly easily. Again, I'm not gonna like smooth out the back because there's not that much squishage. And it doesn't really matter that much because we are not keeping these on for a long enough time for too much to get underneath them. So I'm just going to put the rest of these nails on really quick. Okay, here we are, all on, only one popped off, we're good. So now you're probably looking at all the charms, and I know some people are gonna be a little disappointed that I'm not doing all this whole process with you guys, but I did already sort of start a lot of the charms. So here's this. Did that just come off? I don't know what that was. Of course, I know everyone is looking at My Melody right there. I'm assuming it's My Melody. Anyway, if it's not, I've made a very big mistake. But you're looking at My Melody there, and here is essentially what I have started. Obviously, this is the very, very basic shape, but I can't tell you how long I spent doing this, and there was no way I was gonna be able to film doing these little charms until I have a hang of it a little bit more. But I essentially got a very rough outline. I do need to file, smooth, and everything like that, and we're gonna do that together. Paint, of course, for the nail. Hopefully this ends up looking okay. I'm really hoping it's a trust the process thing, because right now she's kind of scary. I still need to make the wand too, which these are for, but I needed a star from here. We'll do her last because I'm scared, honestly. Like, that's a lot. I'm gonna do a quick right here probably of how I tackled doing this. I essentially drew up my plans on Procreate and just sort of did it by shapes. I'm no like artist, and so that's just the best way I found to tackle things, is to just start out with shapes and go from there. So that's what I've created for this. I don't know, to be honest. It says these little things are blinks, I think. I don't know what that means. I tried to Google it. I don't exactly know. Like, they kind of look like glitter, so maybe like a blinking star, I think. So I'm gonna start with just the nail art itself, which are some candy corns, and they said they're Halloween candles, but they almost look like a gothic fence to me. So I'm gonna just try to draw them the best way I can. Going to give my nails a very, very light buffing. To start the nail art, we're gonna just use a matte top coat. Okay, so we're gonna start out by painting the candles. Just using my trusty black from my cart as usual. And then I'm gonna take this brush from Eno Couture. This is my absolute favorite nail art brush. I use it literally every single time I do nail art or anything. It is the best. So I'm gonna start, and probably one more to the side, even though you can't really see it on their thing because my hand is turned. There's the base, and I'm gonna be curing just in between each like little addition, just FYI. And then a little holder, looks like. Okay, let's see. And then I think it almost looks like there's like supposed to be like sort of like spider webbing in between. Okay, I like it. Okay, so now I'm gonna just do what I think like the little like stars, just while we have the blackout. Doing these kinds of stars is really hard. I can never get it even, like triangles, but not good ones. There we go. Honestly, that looks cute just how it is, doesn't it? Next, we gotta do the candy corn though. So I'm gonna get my white, some orange. Hopefully this is the right orange. If not, I have some other. Yeah, that's fine. And just a yellow. I think that matches the orange, not quite as orange, but it's fine. So I'm just gonna do little candy corns. Oh, that might need another layer or two, that's okay. Almost each nail has the candy corn, so we're gonna just do candy corn on every single one. It honestly can be really hard to get it in like a triangle shape. I think the orange on here a little bit more subtle is fine, considering this is more of like a pastel set. Now we'll do the white. Honestly, it looks more of like a Michelin Man sort of shape than a candy corn, but it's the candy corn coloring. It's fine. Right, you can't tell. They're actually really cute. They almost look more like frosting, but it's okay. It's okay. So I have all of this little nail art on. So I'm gonna tell you guys a little trick that I like to use. So I'm gonna put another matte top coat on top of these. I don't believe they said whether they were matte or shiny. What I have personally found with nail art, sometimes, you know, when you're trying to build up color, it can almost be like a little bumpy. You can see the lines, especially if you put something shiny on. What I like to do to make everything look flush and almost kind of like a sticker is I like to put down a matte top coat. And usually matte top coats are pretty thick. And so what that will do is that will level out the nail, and so that your nail art won't be bulging or won't be raised from the rest of the nail, essentially. In my opinion, you don't really lose the detail, because once you put that shiny coat back on, it looks like you never even put a matte top coat on, if that makes sense. Just something you should try out if that does bug you. Some people don't care. So I'm just gonna matte top coat them, and it'll just help the overall look a little bit. And here they are now that they're all cured. So let's work on one nail at a time. Let's start at the thumb. So the thumb has a bat. So I did make a bat for it. Moment of truth, let's see how these came out. Actually really well. I of course will need to file it down and maybe clip off or file these little edges. I could have been cleaner about it, but it is what it is. I feel like the shape on it is really good. And I'm hoping that all of this comes off pretty easily since they are thin pieces. Oh no! R.I.P. wing. Okay, I don't know how many bats I made, but I think I only made a couple. Might not be enough now. Let's try this again. I'll be a little bit more careful. Oh no. Are we gonna have to make, okay, let me try it with the drill. I think I only have one more bat, so we're gonna have to make more regardless. So acrylic, here I come, apparently. Okay, so the drill is the move. We're gonna just make some bats really quick. So they're black. Let me just grab some black acrylic. Why am I making this so hard on myself? So I just have this, it's from Nailmate, and it's black, and it's already sparkly. If I don't use any of the ones that I already made, that's fine. It's not really a big deal. I just figured when I was making my Melody one that I might as well just try, because like what's the harm in it? So just grab a little bit. Just hoping for no air bubbles, really. And probably make it a little bit cleaner. There we go. Alrighty, we might just do acrylic, but let's just do the bats for now. And I'm making an extra just for good measure in case one of the other ones has like an air bubble or something. I'm gonna pop it out. Wow, it actually looks great. Okay, so that does look nice. I think painting these would be doing it the hard way, so we're gonna scratch this idea and just do acrylic. It's totally fine. I'm gonna keep these though just for, I don't know, in case I need them. But we'll do them in acrylic, especially since this is like already sparkly and stuff. It might make my life a little bit easier. I'm just gonna start a container of charms that never get used, that I make, that I could potentially need at a later date. So we need 2 pink hearts. I don't have any hearts. I don't have any heart ones. I'm very unorganized today, I'm sorry. Let's make the stars. I'm gonna use this in acrylics, this yellow. I thought it was perfect. And I'm just trying to really pack it in there. Make sure we don't end up with any air bubbles. And now the pumpkin, hopefully this is a little bit brighter once we use it. Okay, we got our couple pumpkins down. We need a white star now. Ooh, look at how pretty that is. And then I'll do one in this form as well, just for good measure. Now I'm just gonna try to make some hearts freehanding. This is quite a bit harder than I anticipated. I think actually that this pink is too dark though, so we're gonna grab a different one anyway. I cannot put this off forever. So let's tackle this biggest charm. I don't even know where to start. I think I'm gonna start by doing a little bit of filing. Try to just like clean up some edges, I suppose. Like, you know, the ear right here. I feel like that looks a little bit smoother. The face is so scary. I did want the eye ones there. So I'm gonna and I also need to do the wand. Okay, I think I've done the best I can do. I did fill in a couple small little gaps with some acrylic, but let's see if we can make this thing look kind of normal, I guess. I think I'm gonna, for the most part, start off by just painting it white so that we can get a nice base on it, because some colors might not show up as nice as others if it's this gray color, if you know what I mean. Okay, here it is. Oh, I'm so scared. Okay, I'm just gonna cure it. While I'm doing that, I'm gonna just grab out some more stuff to color. So I think this is the color I'm gonna use for my melody. And then other than that, it's mainly white and black. Let's get out a little bit more white. Some brown, a lighter brown, and a light purple. Just need a tiny bit of that. Okay, let's start with the pink. We will most likely have to do a couple coats. Okay, so we've got the pink down. I think I'm gonna do the black next on the hat. I just think that's probably my best bet so far. Honestly, this is really hard. This black is super pigmented, so hopefully I won't have to do a ton of coats like I did for the pink, because that took forever. I can sort of clean up edges with the black. Okay, it's okay. Okay, now I'm gonna do the purple accent. I'm gonna lay down white before I do that. And now the purple. Hopefully it doesn't look too close to the pink. No, I think it's fine. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to the white. I'm gonna try to get a move on this because I'm spending forever. So I'm gonna do the circle on her face. Kind of lost the eye holes, but that's fine. And the rest of her body is white as well, which I'm just gonna do. Okay, I feel like we're getting there and it's actually looking halfway decent. Obviously, this is not going to be like, I was about to say anatomically correct, but I mean, really, you can only be so anatomically correct when it's like a, you know, bunny that stands up. So I think it's okay. I'm not actually sure if her tail is pink, but I think it would be a good breakup of color right there. Now let's do the broom. I think some variation in the color in the broom is fine, so I'm probably only gonna do one layer of this brown. Okay, we're actually almost done with this, which I can't believe. I might not do the stars and stuff on the hat. We'll see if I sort of like am able to. Okay, let's dive into the face, see if I can do that. Okay, first and foremost, the eyes. Okay, I'm gonna cure that before I do anything else. And the mouth. Don't tell me that doesn't look exactly the same. Uh-oh, I ruined it. No. Oh, I ruined it. I'm gonna change the smile for this because I feel like it doesn't look right. Let's just do a nice little like that. I am also gonna change the color of the nose to yellow just so it can look like my Melody a little bit more because she kind of looks like she's from Wish, you know what I mean? Okay, now I'm gonna set her into cure for quite a while. We're gonna paint the wand now. It's honestly not too bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. I'm gonna just top coat everything now. So now we're gonna pull this little star out and hopefully it looks exactly how I'm hoping. It does, so cute. So let's attach the star now. I'm gonna do that using the world's smallest bead of acrylic. And I'm hoping I can just set this in there. Looks like I can. Okay, this pumpkin didn't quite turn out great. Hopefully this one did. Yeah, this one's okay. And so is this one. Let's get the bats. Good. Good. Star. And the white star. So I'm gonna just attach everything with my rhinestone gel. Nice, quick, and easy. Just gonna see how we wanna fit the bat on here. Kind of like they have. I'm gonna top coat everything afterwards. Here you go. I'm gonna paint any details on afterwards. That's the way it's just easy because these little charms are so hard to like hold on to and paint. So if I can hold it on to my finger, essentially, it makes it much easier. And I'm gonna be honest, I actually like the heart that I did. I feel like a lot is happening in this like just a couple minutes where everything is finally coming together. So I think I'm gonna put the wand on now. And I think I'll probably flash cure it on, that way it can stay. Yeah, I feel like these hearts are okay. They're not bad. I just gotta top coat the star. Honestly, I'm kind of proud of how this turned out. I feel like the charm actually looks pretty good considering I had to mold it from nothing and I didn't have any stencils for it, but I mean it still looks off-brand, but it's okay. The back doesn't look quite as nice. So all of the charms and stuff are supposed to be glittery. So now we're just going to add a little bit of glitter and paint them a little bit now that they're on my nails. Okay, I rounded up some glitters and we're gonna just add a little bit of glitter onto each top of each charm when we do the top coat. For the pumpkins, I'm just going to fill in their little faces. Thankfully, I don't have to draw these myself because they're already carved out. He looks kind of scary, not gonna lie, but he does have blush, which I love that they added that. That is so cute. So let's give it a little bit of blush. Aw, the stems that they have are green, so I'm just gonna add like this tiny bit of acrylic because the stems didn't really come out that well. And we will add the biggest charm on last. So let's just do it one by one, I suppose. So I'm gonna top coat this. I'm gonna use this like hollow black glitter for the bats. Oh, I think it's cute. I'm sort of doing the glitter like upside down so that it doesn't get anywhere else on the nail. And I think that's kind of working. Okay, so pretty much all the glitter. I feel like it looks a little less like the picture now because the picture just said glitter and didn't like draw glitter, but I still really like how they're turning out. So now it's time to finally attach our ginormous charm. So for that, I'm pretty much just going to put a large layer of this rhinestone gel and ooh, stick it on. I might have to do a little bit of a flash cure to make sure that it's staying before we cure it all the way. So here are the nails. I will of course do a before and after, and I'm gonna try to do an outside shot. It is dark now and these nails might pop off, but if they pop off in one piece, I will absolutely do an outside shot. So I said my look was a little bit of a hint for the designs today. Obviously we got the Sanrio thing down. So next let me show you design number 2. I think a lot of you are gonna be really happy about this one. And here it is. This one is from Bailey, and they had actually submitted a super similar design. They said this one is new and improved of the last one, and I said I wanted to do it, but Halloween was coming up, and I feel like I have to do this one. It is just so cool, and it's so creative. I hadn't seen anyone do something like this at that point. I've seen a couple people do some wings and stuff like that, but I just really want to do it myself. And sort of how I had said in my last video, I recognized this person's comments and I can tell that they definitely keep up with me and I really appreciate it. So I definitely want to just show thanks to those of you that really keep up with me. I love you guys. So let's get into this bat design. Hopefully I can do it justice, but let's see. You will see at the end of the video I was able to pop off my last set, but today I actually finally have a peel off gel base coat. Comes with that. I haven't opened it yet. All right, so I actually read the instructions and it basically says you want it to adhere to your nail, but also you don't. So I don't know. I will clean my nails with some rubbing alcohol just to make sure they are clean, dry. Let's just apply this peel off. Hopefully this works well because I don't have any on this hands and I haven't been keeping my nails on because I am going to do a set of nails, of course, to go with my Halloween costume. And the Halloween event that I'm going to go to is in like a day. So I basically have to get this done and then do a whole set themed for my costume, which I haven't exactly figured out yet. It is either going to be a fairy or it's going to be a Bratz doll. We'll see if anything comes in time to do the fairy. That was my original plan, but I originally didn't even really plan on doing anything for Halloween, so this was all very last minute. Okay, looks nice. It says 60 seconds, so it's very clear about 60 seconds, so I will cure it for 60 seconds now. I am gonna do a super thin second coat. It is very tacky. Before we tackle the wings, I'm actually just going to do the base nails for our bat body and stuff. We're going to use this square tip. So let's just see if we can do this easily and cut out an area for the wings. Nope. So I'm just going to try to cut out for the wings. Why do I keep saying wings? Oh my gosh, for the bat ears. Okay, I actually think that looks really good. Let's just shape that up. And here we are. That went substantially smoother than I anticipated, almost too smooth, like something's not right. So for this one's supposed to be black. I think we'll probably paint it on. I don't have any black polygel. So I'm going to just put polygel underneath this entire side. It is like a gray. I just figure gray underneath black. The black gel should be able to cover it super easily. Oh, is that glitter? Oh no. Where did that come from? Well, I guess it doesn't really matter if there's glitter, huh? It would matter for the white nails, not for this one. This one's getting covered up with gel polish anyway, but still. And let's just attach. Okay, got our bat nail on. Why do I keep saying that? Oh my gosh, got the body on, I guess, would be my point. For the stiletto nails, we're gonna use these Nail Couture ones. They are about the perfect length for that. Obviously, I want to be able to peel these nails off my nails, but I don't want the polygel to peel from the tip. And I think now Nail Couture makes their tips like pre-etched is what you guys have told me, which I think so now. But these ones are some of the first ones that were not. So I am just gonna give a little bit of help to it to help the polygel stay to the nail. Once again, I'm gonna fix the cuticles on these. They are too square for my round cuticles. I'm gonna use this white polygel from Macart. It is my favorite white polygel. Just gonna stick these on. Okay, very nice, except for this one spot right here, which is inside the nail. Let's just clean these up. I mean, so far, the base is holding, which is really nice. Here we go, all nice and cleaned up. All right, now it's time to finally move on to the part that everyone wants to see, the bat stickers. So I got these little ones, just kidding. Let's do the big wings. So I'm gonna use this to do the acrylic on, because the acrylic will peel off. This could totally not work, but I am going to loosely shape the tip. That way I can have a proper guide, because I don't think I can freehand this. I'm kind of not sure how I want to go about this. Obviously the wing goes across. It would go here to the first point would be there. Then we have another point and then another. Then this one go up like that and then, nope. Okay, there we go. That looks like an okay wing. I'm gonna try to do it again. Okay, and then so I'm gonna try to recreate what I did on the other side. There we go. Okay, I think that will help a lot. I think I'm just going to start with the outside part that won't go on the nail, because I might lay the acrylic over the nail so it attaches and then attach it that way. For the wings, I'm gonna use this Anna acrylics. R.I.P. Okay, I think this should be possible. I feel slightly more confident now that I have my outline. So I guess I'm just gonna start with a bead. I do want these beads to be a little bit on the drier side. That way they're not running at all and I can just sort of move it a little bit. And I'm trying to have it be like an even thickness. I think this is my favorite black acrylic that I have. It's just really, really pigmented and not runny at all. Not many words, because very focused. It looks really cool though, doesn't it? Like, it looks so fun. Let's do the last little bit on this one right here. Just gonna try to get this point down. Okay, I know it looks a little short now, but you have to remember it's gonna extend in. The monomer just wiped the whole stencil off, which is fine. We don't need it once it's done. So this one, I guess we'll do upside down. So it can be on this side. Start out with a bead a bit on the drier side. So, you know, while we do this, I'm gonna tell you guys a story. So recently, I don't know what, apparently it's just like a Tennessee thing, but there have been lots of wasps around. So last year, we actually found like a small nest in our deck, which but we managed to spray it. It wasn't big at all, so we were able to get rid of it. And they're wasps, by the way, they're not bees, I swear. And we checked this year and they didn't do the same spot. Great, right? I think that's the end of it. It's not. So recently, like within the past, I would say month or so, I have found a wasp in my vanity room, which there should not be any wasps in here. I don't know how it would have gotten in. I haven't opened a window, honestly, in my house in like a year. I'm just like not a open a window type of person. I live on a busy street, so you can just hear the traffic if you do open a window. So that probably has to do with it more than anything. But anyway, so I don't open windows, so they couldn't get in that way. We also have like one of those like nets that stop bugs from getting in when you open the door. So they couldn't really get in like that. And my vanity room stays shut 24/7. Pretty much if I'm in here filming, I shut it. That way it's quiet. If I'm not in here, it should stay shut because I don't need my dogs coming and sniffing, or, you know, sometimes the room smells like monomer. You get the picture. So there was one in here. So that didn't really make any sense, but I was like, whatever, weird. And then like a week or two ago, I was cleaning out my car and one, I swear, it just kept going for me for no reason. I was literally just cleaning out my car, but it would not stop like lunging at me. So I will pop in the small little bit my camera caught, if I can crop it enough so you can't really see my house, but it would not leave me alone. And then, so I was getting my car cleaned that day because dogs. It's like a mobile thing. So they came here, and then when the person showed me my car, like, hey, look, it's clean, you know, you want to take a look? The wasp was in my car. Like, he didn't notice the wasp in the car. I feel like I'm hyper vigilant about bugs for some reason. I just have that gift apparently. If there's like a bug in a room, I can spot it in a minute, especially if it's a spider. I don't know why. It's a gift and a curse, I guess, because I am absolutely terrified of most bugs. So that sucks. That was in there, so he got rid of that. Great. You would think that's the end of it, right? No. Then, like a day after, there was one in my kitchen, and I was like, okay, that sucks, you know, but there's a lot of wasps, whatever, it's the season. Then my dog the other day woke us up from a nap to tell us there was a wasp in the living room on his bed. And then today, I'm just sitting at Sonic, right? I got my drink. I'm just like texting someone. My window's still open just because, I don't know, it's nice out. I didn't close it. You know what happens? I'm sure you can guess. A wasp. That's right. A wasp flies into my car. And so it's like kind of on the edge of my window. It's like on the cusp of like coming in. So I'm like, okay, close the window, right? Nope. I close it in my car with me. Then I swat it with my sleeve. So I think I swatted it out, but it was a whole thing. Like I got out and I probably looked insane at Sonic because I was like running around my car trying to like check for bugs. Anyway, then I'm driving, right? And I have my window open. I have a Jeep. I like to have my window open when it's nice out, you know, just like chill. I'm sitting at a stoplight, and that's right, another wasp. I feel like I'm being stalked by the wasps, and I feel like I'm having to constantly look over my shoulder now for a wasp. That's my story. And now I'm done with the wings for the most part. I'm gonna just, you know, clean these up ever so lightly. So I'm really happy with them actually. I'm gonna let these dry really good before we pull them off, and we will figure out how to attach them. Oh my gosh, what a mess. Who did that? So they should be dry now. Let's peel them off. Nice. They look so nice that way. Look at how flat and like nice that looks. It's like very like boom. Or there's this side, and this one has like texture almost. Hopefully you can see the difference. See, this one's like flat. I'm going to buff the tops of these just to smooth them out a little bit. If not, I literally am gonna just use this side because I think it looks good like that. But let's try this first. Then it's like lumpy. You know what? We're gonna use these sides. Look at me, I built them all up for nothing. Just kidding. So this might sound crazy, but I'm going to try to glue these on and then do the rest just because I think that might be my best shot. I think the acrylic would take too long to dry. So I'm gonna give this a whirl. I'm just gonna sit here in pure silence. I should have put a podcast on because I'm gonna be sitting here. Oh my God, my nose itches. Oh, I love it. It's pretty secure though. It feels pretty secure anyway. I will of course reinforce it with acrylic. I'm gonna do that immediately. Then if anything seeps through, that's fine. Just give it a nice like little edge there, and that should be a lot more secure. Gonna do a teeny tiny bit on right here. And it doesn't really matter because this part will be covered by black anyway. Doesn't it look so cool? Oh my gosh, I love it. I will have to decide if I want to do the rest in acrylic on top or if I do just want to paint that on, but we'll see. Oh my God, I gotta be so careful. It's like art, cannot move. Now I'm gonna put this one on, do the same thing. I'm also gonna lay my acrylic brush here so we can let it like set. And then same deal on this one, gonna just secure it. This is makeup, by the way. Sorry. It is 1000% my fault, but I cannot find my black gel or my normal detail brush. So I'm just gonna use this one from Inel Couture. This one's good too. And I'll use this long one from Glitter Planet. And I am going to just try to draw the rest of the wing. It's not too bad. I think this is the best bet in terms of finishing the wing because I could do it with acrylic, but I just think it might end up being a little lumpy. I don't really want to file these much because I think it could go horribly wrong at any second, and I would prefer to not do that. And then I just covered the rest of the nail. That way it's all just uniform. Okay, I don't know what I'm gonna want to do. This looks good shiny, but it also looks good matte. All right, here we are. So let's just finish this up. Let's paint the bat body, I guess. This would be the body. Oh my God, no. Nothing a tiny bit of buffing can't fix. Perfect. Okay, so we're almost done. Now we just have the face. They did a cute little, I used to use that face in like middle school, like the eyes and the three. I'm using a dotting tool for that. That's not quite it. I can't find my brush. I'm gonna show you guys really quick how bad this desk is. Oh my God, it's so bad. I can't find anything. I know, shocking. It's hard because I don't want to knock either of the wings. Now I actually have bat stickers from a couple different places, so I have a couple different sizes and these look exactly like the ones that they used. And I am just going to place them randomly. Okay, well that was quick. I used up all the ghosts on this one. This came off of that and it scared me because it looks like a tick. I don't really like these ones. They're like not as bright. Okay, I think there's plenty of bats on those. Now let's do a top coat. I think I'm gonna do everything matte. So I'm just going to put a nice matte top coat all over everything, and I think that's gonna make it look really nice. And I feel like it's gonna really give the whole set like a unified look with these bat stickers. When you put a top coat on stickers, they tend to look a teeny bit more realistic, like you painted them. And here are the nails. They actually came out so good. I'm really happy with them. I'm showing you guys here, and I'm gonna try my absolute best to take these off in one piece, but it is dark right now, and I don't think I could live with these without breaking them for like a day. So I'm gonna try my best to get them off in one piece, but if not, these would be the aftershots. Hopefully I can get some outside, but I mean, they just look good as is right now. I will also show David's reaction to the nails for both sets. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm so happy that you guys love this series as much as I do. And hopefully you enjoyed this video, even though it looks like the nails I created are from like Wish. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure to be giving this video a like if you want me to continue to do these videos. And if you want to know how to submit a design, please rewatch the intro as you probably skipped it. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. I will hopefully see you next time. And here are the comparison and outside shots.
Oh, those are cool. What are these made out of? Is that acrylic?
Yeah.
Or those look really good. Okay, did you like sculpt the how did you do that? Oh, are these the nails? Mm-hmm. These look so good.
There's a lot of silence there.
These are amazing. Oh my God, I love this one. I want these. Like, I want if you can take them off in like one piece. I would love.